I'm getting a close-up.
Look at the size of its
32
hand.
inches across. That's impossible.
It's breathing. See that? Steam
Hold
right
on,
there.
taking another
Flash
shot.
coming.
Flash coming.
These clips plunge you into the shadowy world of Bigfoot, where quiet forests suddenly feel alive and watched. Massive figures emerge, vanish, or charge without warning, turning ordinary moments into pure panic. Each piece of footage pushes the same haunting question. Are these misidentifications, hoaxes, or real encounters with a legend still walking among us? This clip feels unsettling from the very first second. A woman speaks quietly about strange noises echoing through the woods, sounds that don't feel natural and seem far too close. Then, without warning, a large black figure emerges from the snowy tree line, standing out sharply against the white ground, silent but unmistakably real. Fear hits instantly. Her breathing turns frantic as she runs, the camera shaking with every step, panic filling the audio.
My driveway for a few minutes now. I've been walking in the woods. I'm hearing really loud and weird noises. I feel like it could be Bigfoot. I am on the Appalachian Trail right now. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to get evidence of this. I'm gonna ease into that barn house up there. I was hearing the noises up there. I feel like
You can hear survival taking over. Was this Bigfoot, a person in the wilderness, or something far darker watching from the trees? This next clip turns terrifying almost the instant it begins. A man quietly lifts his camera, convinced he is finally recording Bigfoot, but the moment the figure notices him, the situation flips completely. The creature charges forward, closing the distance fast. Panic explodes as the man runs, breath ragged, footsteps crashing behind him, the camera shaking violently with every stride.
Bruh.
You do not need to see the face to feel the fear. Was this a simple case of mistaken identity, or did he capture something that never wanted to be seen at all? This footage feels chaotic in the most unexpected way. A security camera catches what looks like Bigfoot tearing through a quiet backyard, circling a hammock like he's late for something important. Movements fast, but strangely awkward. He clips a rake, stumbles sideways, then crashes straight into a wheelbarrow with a sharp metallic clang that echoes through the yard. Right as the motion light flickers on, he scrambles up and vanishes into the darkness. It's messy, clumsy, almost human, and that's the unsettling part. Is this just a guy in a suit, or something far stranger moving too comfortably through our world? This next clip begins almost peacefully, a lone hiker filming the trail as he talks to the camera like it's just another normal outing. Then the tone shifts. His voice tightens, his breathing grows heavy, and the camera starts jerking side to side as if he's constantly checking behind him.
Where'd it go? Oh, there. Look at that. What the heck is that?
Whatever he notices never fully appears on screen, but the fear feels real. In the final moments, panic takes over completely. Hurried footsteps, snapping branches, and frantic movement make one thing clear: he was never alone out there. From the very start, this clip feels eerie. A man walks alone through deep woods, casually filming the trail ahead, when movement suddenly breaks the stillness. For a split second, a tall, dark figure steps out between the trees, broad-framed, upright, and unmistakably not wildlife. Before his brain can catch up, It vanishes just as fast. No sound, no retreat, just gone.
Oh my God.
The camera jolts as he stops walking, breath catching, eyes locked on the empty space. Whatever appeared didn't chase him, but it clearly wanted to be noticed. This clip begins quietly. A car parked on a muddy, unpaved road as rain pours down and the forest closes in around it. Then a massive shape emerges from the trees, slow at first, almost curious. It approaches the vehicle, circles it, then reaches out, gripping the door handle and pulling as if it knows exactly what it's for. The rain masks its movement, the camera trembles, and the tension spikes. At this point, the moment stops feeling accidental. The approach, the pause, and the attempt to open the door all feel intentional. This feels unsettling almost immediately. The camera is fixed on Kentucky Ridge Forest when something tall and dark slowly leans into view, not charging, not panicking, but watching. It stays partially hidden behind the trees, head tilting slightly as if studying the person filming, eyes catching just enough light to make your stomach tighten. There's no dramatic chase here, just silence, stillness, and intent. Allegedly, this was Bigfoot, spying rather than hiding, lingering just long enough to make it clear the observer wasn't the only one present. A group of skiers pause near the summit at Snoqualmie Pass when a tall, dark figure appears against the white snow, standing far too still to ignore. At first, it seems unaware, almost calm, blending into the frozen landscape. Then something changes. The instant it senses it's being watched, its posture tightens, the head subtly turns, and without hesitation it pivots around. No panic, no stumble. Just a calculated move straight back toward the trees, as if it knew exactly when the attention found it. A group of Spanish-speaking campers in rural Oklahoma are filming what should be a calm night when dark figures begin crossing the campsite. Their voices shift from casual to panicked as multiple shapes move between the trees, tall, fast, and far too deliberate to ignore. The camera shakes as they whisper and point, realizing this isn't just one figure passing through. It feels organized, almost purposeful. Were these Bigfoots traveling together, watching the campers, or simply moving through territory humans weren't meant to witness? This clip feels unsettling the moment you realize it was never seen in real time. As they walk through the darkness using a thermal set to black hot, nothing seems unusual at first. Later, during playback, a shape quietly appears. something the naked eye completely missed. The thermal picks up what the darkness hides, a clear side profile standing upright in the distance. Broad shoulders, odd proportions, and steady heat against the cold background. It doesn't rush or react, it simply stands there watching. Was it Bigfoot or a trick of heat? Just a man cruising down a remote strip with his son and a friend. Nothing unusual at first, until the son suddenly spots something along a distant ridge. About half a mile away, a dark figure is seen running, not walking, not stumbling, but moving with steady intent along the ridgeline. All three watch in silence, trying to make sense of it. The shape looks wrong, noticeably taller than a normal person should appear at that distance. They watch the brown figure run for 30 seconds before it disappears from their view. The sight lingers in their minds long enough that they later report the encounter to the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization, unsure what they truly saw. This next clip feels tense from the very first moment. A man films a tall, white-furred figure standing still in the polar wilderness, its size and shape convincing him he may be looking at a cold-adapted Bigfoot. The silence hangs heavy as the camera zooms in, almost daring the figure to move. Then everything changes in an instant. The creature suddenly charges forward, closing the distance fast. Panic erupts. The camera shakes violently. Breathing turns frantic. And without hesitation, he spins around and runs for his life, abandoning the mystery behind him in the snow.
Parece el hombre de las nieves. Nos está mirando. ¡Mira hacia acá! ¡No, no, no, corre!
This clip erupts into chaos almost instantly. A husband and wife are enjoying a quiet winter drive through a remote Canadian forest when their phone catches something impossible ahead. A massive moose, antlers lowered, suddenly charges a towering, dark-furred figure standing in the middle of the snowy road. What follows feels primal. Hooves scrape against icy asphalt, bodies collide, and the camera trembles as panic sets in. This isn't a distant silhouette or a shaky blur. It's close, violent, and unsettling.
Oh my God. Wait, what is that thing?
That's not a bear.
It's got its hands on the antlers! Holy...
Oh, they're going into the
tree! Did you get that? Tell me you got that! Wait, what is that thing?
That's not a bear.
It's got its hands on the antlers! Holy...
Oh, they're going into
Did
the
you
tree!
get that? Tell me you got that! Oh my God.
A raw standoff between two giants of the wilderness, unfolding right in front of stunned witnesses. This clip moves quickly and doesn't give you much time to breathe. Filmed in the smoky woods outside Topeka, Kansas, the camera catches a tall, shadowy figure standing between the trees, almost blending into the haze. For a split second, it feels frozen, like it's assessing the situation. Then everything shifts. The figure suddenly turns, moving with surprising speed, and exits the frame as if it knows exactly where the camera is. The person filming hesitates. The image shakes slightly, and the moment ends just as fast as it began, leaving behind more questions than answers. This clip opens like something never meant to be seen. Ranger footage pulled from forgotten forest archives, labeled and buried for a reason. Night vision flickers, radios hiss, boots crunch through damp leaves, and the air feels tight with expectation. At first, it's routine patrol chatter, then voices drop as movement appears beyond the tree line. Shadows stretch, branches bend, and a massive shape shifts with purpose, not panic. You can hear the realization set in. This isn't an animal, and it isn't a trick.
Keep the light steady on its shoulders. Yeah, right
It's
there.
huge.
I'm getting a close-up.
Look at the size
32
of its
inches across. That's impossible.
It's breathing.
See that? Steam
Hold
right
up,
there.
taking another
Flash
shot.
coming.
Flash coming. Easy.
Did its fingers
easy.
move?
Yeah.
We should back up.
In that moment, calm dissolves into raw disbelief, as a legend steps forward and refuses to stay hidden. This clip feels unsettling in a much quieter way. A man checks his night security footage expecting nothing more than shadows or passing cars, then suddenly something massive walks into view. It doesn't move like a human, and it's far too large to be any animal he can explain away. The figure crosses his yard calmly, almost casually, as if it belongs there. No panic, no hesitation, just a towering silhouette moving through the darkness, leaving behind an uncomfortable feeling that whatever this was, it knew exactly where it was going. This clip begins quietly as a man walks through a snow-covered forest where several trees have been freshly cut down, the scene already feeling unsettling. Then, without warning, a tall black figure appears in the distance, standing still and watching him. You can almost feel the disbelief hit as his hands begin to shake, and the camera shakes with them, struggling to stay focused. His breathing grows uneven, the silence suddenly heavy and oppressive. Nothing moves, yet everything feels tense, like the forest itself knows something is wrong and is waiting for what happens next. This clip starts off deceptively calm, filmed in a quiet stretch of Delaware woods where nothing seems out of place at first. Then the camera catches it. A large, dark figure lurking behind a dense bush, moving with surprising force. The branches shake as it tugs and wrestles with the foliage, not frantically, but with intent. It's hard to tell if it's playing, feeding, or trying to tear something free. The camera holds steady, tension rising because whatever's back there doesn't seem unaware. It feels deliberate, almost curious. This clip feels oddly lighthearted from the very first second. A group of tall, dark figures suddenly slips down a steep slope and spills onto the road below, not charging or stalking, but stumbling like a group of friends caught mid-play. One falls, another follows, and the rest adjust as if this was never meant to be serious. Their movements feel coordinated yet carefree, almost social. The camera hesitates, unsure how to react, because there's no aggression here. Instead, it looks like a rare glimpse of something we never expect to see from Bigfoot: playfulness.
Lord have mercy. This whole mess of them just rolling down the hill like bowling balls.
This clip opens in near silence. A man walks carefully through a snow-covered forest, breath visible in the cold air, when something ahead makes him stop instantly. Standing among the frozen trees is a massive Bigfoot-like figure, completely still, as if locked in ice. Its size is overwhelming, far larger than any human, its shape unmistakable. He moves closer, the camera shaking slightly, not from fear but disbelief. You can hear it in his breathing. He's amazed, stunned, struggling to accept what he's seeing.
Oh my God. It's frozen solid. Look at the size of it. That's a damn Bigfoot.
This isn't a shadow or a trick of light. It's there, frozen, towering, and impossible to ignore. Taken together, these moments leave one unsettling truth behind. Whatever is out there doesn't always run, doesn't always hide, and doesn't always attack. Sometimes it watches, sometimes it passes through, and sometimes it lets itself be seen, just long enough to remind us the forest is never truly empty.